Alright, time for a new video. It has been a while. I've always been going to the gym fairly frequently, but suddenly I realized just how many new people had started going to the gym. This is probably as a consequence of a New Year's resolution, and I'm all for reinventing yourself or working on yourself if that's something that you think would be helpful for you. But there is another way to work on yourself that I've seen a few people do as well, and that is learning a new language. Now, if you're one of the few people considering starting to learn a new language, I hope that this video can help provide you 3 more reasons as to why you should probably learn a new language. The first reason is that learning a language is a fun activity that you can bring with you basically anywhere. The only things that I really need to bring with me to study a language is a phone. I know that we all have these memories of doing grammar exercises in school, but it definitely isn't necessary to carry around a bunch of books anymore in order to study. The only things that you really actually need is a way to interact with content in your target language. Now, what does that mean? It means just any way to find stuff in your target language that you can use. And whether you're using a language learning app like Duolingo, which I would only recommend doing in the beginning, I have a video coming soon on that, or you can use stuff such as actual books and series either made in your target language or translated into it. Now, thanks to massive online libraries of series and books, you can pretty much get that anywhere you go. If you absolutely feel the need to get lessons from someone, you can also do that from your computer. If you're doing it the way that I would consider correct, you're also going to find it very enjoyable. And thus, instead of making it a chore, like you probably imagine it being, just based on your experiences learning languages in school, it can just become a fun hobby that you really enjoy. If you're reading books that you enjoy, or watching shows that you would actually want to watch in your native language as well, or playing games with people that are actual native speakers of your target language, or that are at least practicing the same language as you, and therefore you're using that language, then that is something that you're likely to enjoy a lot. And guess what? These are also the things that you should be spending the most amount of time doing in your target language. And if you enjoy doing them, then you're more likely to find the time to actually do it as well. Now, if you heard me say play games with native speakers and kind of panic because you realized that you had no way to find someone that you could play games together with, I'm here trying to provide you with a solution. My own New Year's resolution is to take my interest in learning languages and teaching others how they can also learn languages on their own more serious. And one of the ways that I'm doing this is by trying to create an online community where people that are interested in this can come together and help each other. Now, in the beginning, this will only basically just be a free Discord community, and I already have a Discord channel. Unfortunately, it has been rather dead, so here's hoping that we can finally fix that this year. I will link it in the description of this video, along with all other links to my socials, but I hope to make the Discord channel a place that people can find others that are interested in learning languages as well. I will be actively spending time in the Discord channel, both posting about the content that I'm making and trying to get some social stuff going. It is a work in progress, but I hope that it will end up being a useful resource. Now, sorry about the long ramble, but I promised you 3 reasons, and thus I still owe you one. So here it is. Learning a language can completely change your life. Now, my life would have been completely different today if I hadn't started to learn Portuguese 5 or 6 years ago. Learning a new language lets you interact with people that you would normally never come into contact with. And these people have the ability to change your life's trajectory massively. In my case, I, for instance, started talking to my girlfriend 2.5 years ago. And now, in a couple of weeks, if all goes according to plan, we're going to be married and living together. Now, I'm not saying that the only reason to start learning a new language is so that you can find yourself a life partner. I would never suggest starting to study a language just in order to meet someone. But that being said, there is no telling how much learning a new language can affect your life. It doesn't even have to be the people that you meet, but learning a new language challenges the brain in ways that basically nothing else can, because there are things that you can't translate into another language. Now, it also makes you that much more attractive on the job market. These are just some of the things that could happen to you when you start learning a new language. But you might be thinking that you don't really know how to start. And if that is the case, then I would suggest sticking around on the channel, as this will sort of be part 0 of a mini-series on how to improve your language learning proficiency. So not necessarily a language proficiency, but how you actually go about learning it. And this will be based on what level you're at. The very next video will be on how to go from an absolute beginner to an intermediate, whatever target language you might decide that you want to study. As always, best of luck with your studies, and neck out.